got two teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Seahawks and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possible.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the young man making his first NFL start. A big spot here for the rookie quarterback.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week one. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Shepard. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll run with a former Bruin. This is Carson Steele. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. In motion is Chenault. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
And that'll be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
In motion right, that's Metcalf.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw again.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off play action. Shepard.
He'll find Metcalf.
Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation. A top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Rice. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Mahomes going to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He finds his man, complete. That's Steele. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Steele. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run with Ford. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Steele. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Ford. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And again, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back to Walker on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's more on the return. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Mahomes going to hand this off to Steele. And he'll get this up to about the 40. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll go again with Steele. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is the tight end Fant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Shepard. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Returning it is Moore. Shrugs him off. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a hole. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's fourth. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From a yard out.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now stands at 13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This time they stay on the ground. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. It's taken to the 26. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin out in Southern California. An AFC West matchup between visiting Denver and the LA Chargers. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter. Quentin Johnston, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Devin Duvernay leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. and they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Rachaad White, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
This is Ford. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go. Ford.
Down to about the 45.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes.
And this pass caught by Gray.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Ford, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Eluding the... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. In motion is Chenault. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Shepard. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Shepard. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Looking to throw. Shepard. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Shepard. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That's into the hands of Worthy. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Chiefs on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ford. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Straight ahead, Steele. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 19-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Ford. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Throwing to start the drive. Shepard setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Second down and 4. Back to throw. Shepard over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Shepard. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4.
This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault. This is 2nd and 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Shepard. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Buying time to his left. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets. And it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a give right side. It's Ford, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
56-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain an 11-point spread. And that miss should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
This is 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Shepard.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Kansas City, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.